Today is Thursday the 21st of March, 8 days before we are supposed to leave the European Union. 2 years ago, when I was fighting in the North West Cambridge seat for the general election, I was saying that if you vote Labour or you vote Tory, you will not get Brexit. They were saying, trust us, we will deliver. We will deliver Brexit. We are the Brexit parties. Now let's see where the decision to vote for Conservative and Labour have got us. Theresa May has yet again gone on her knees to Brussels, begging them for permission to extend this time so that they can tell us when we can leave. They have approached this in completely the wrong way because, quite simply, the majority of MPs in Westminster do not want to leave the European Union. One of the reasons is quite simple. If we leave the European Union, they have to do their jobs. They have to go out there. They have to actually be answerable for the decisions they make in Westminster because they're not being imposed on them from above. But what we've seen over the last few years is an explosion in the levels of political interference in our day-to-day lives. We have local councils, parish councils. We have local authorities. We now have the metro mayors who are costing us a fortune. We have national government and we have the EU. Do we need all these politicians at 5 different levels to run our lives? No, we don't. What we need is the local parish council, your local authority and national government. That's the end of it. We should not be paying billions and billions of pounds a year to the EU to be told what to do. They go and organise trade deals for us. Thank you very much. But that trade deal is one that suits 28 different nations, not the UK. So every trade deal is not the optimum for us. It's a fudge across 28 totally different economies. It can never be right for one country. It has to be right for 28, or more to the point, not too bad for 28. We can get much better deals by going out and getting a deal for the UK. But the whole thing about Brexit is it wasn't just about trade and the ability for us to trade on our own terms around the world. It was about owning and controlling our own country and its laws, to take control of our fishing rights in our territorial waters, to decide who can come into this country. At the moment, it's much easier for somebody with no real employment prospects to walk in from an Eastern European state than it is a highly qualified engineer or a doctor to come in from outside of Europe. And that actually means that people who have very similar cultural backgrounds to the UK, speak the same language, are held back so that we can promote people who come here with totally different cultures and who don't speak the language. That is not sensible. The job of government is to do the right thing for this country and its people. And at the moment they are doing what they consider to be the right thing for themselves. Theresa May's deal is not her deal. That deal was written for her by the EU. It's what the EU want to impose on us. If we accept that deal, we will not get out of the EU in any meaningful manner. We will be locked in. We cannot access the rest of the world and make trade deals with them. We are stuck. That is not a bad deal. It's an appalling deal. It's the worst deal any country will have signed anywhere in this world ever, unless they've been defeated in war. It's a surrender document. It needs to be kicked out completely. We don't need an extension. The only reason we've got this potential cliff edge is because it's been manufactured by the government. We could have left before now. We should be leaving in 8 days' time. And we should be leaving on WTO terms, because that is the only game in town that will actually get us out of the EU.